right, so we are live and ready to go. Welcome everybody to D&D in the Svenzone. We have,
Svenzone.
as normal, Reno and Micah with us.
Hey,
Micah, how's your week been?
not too shabby. Just working a bunch, hanging out. Excited to watch Mortal Kombat Friday.
How was that?
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna see it Friday though.
Should
All
be
right,
interesting.
so we are live and ready to
They've
go.
had some practice making them, so
Welcome everybody.
this one better be better.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so I'm just testing.
Not too shabby.
Cool.
Working a bunch.
All right, we are rocking and rolling. Reno, have you eaten anything interesting this week?
I've eaten a couple of different things interesting. I had for breakfast. My son, we got in a donut from a donut place like Eclair, about this big, right? And he puts it. We get it. I eat mine immediately. 3 days later, it's still sitting in the refrigerator. I'm like, dude, 24 hours maximum. So she said, okay, well, you can have it. So I took it and I noticed that we had a can of whipped cream in there. So I'm like taking a bite and a little, and then taking a bite. And Chris is like, I hear something. I hear something. You don't see nothing. Sitting there eating eclair, like 8 inches of eclair with whipped cream on every single bite. And it was my breakfast. That's the breakfast of champions right there, man. Start the day off right.
What about you, Micah? Anything interesting this week that you've eaten?
Um, I went to a new local place in town, and I had their. They do like mac and cheese and like a bunch of other things, but they had a really cool like breakfast mac and cheese. So it was like mac and cheese with like sausage and came with a biscuit and gravy. It was cool.
Huh?
What's it called?
It was. It's called Hangry's. It's in
Oh, yeah, I've been
Spokane.
there.
They've won a bunch of awards. They're awesome, and it's like a little. I don't know how little it is, but it's a small place, and
Yeah.
they're super friendly.
It's just an independently owned place.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just a
Yeah.
small little mom and pop
It's
restaurant.
expensive, but the food was very good. What I had.
Cool.
You're looking at
Yeah,
$15, $15 to $20 a person, but the food was good.
yeah, and they had amazing cheese curds. Like Joe got cheese curds, which was crazy.
Not the curds. You didn't have the
Yeah.
curds, man.
I'm not
No
usually
way.
a fan of cheese curds, but they're pretty stringy. I was
Yeah.
happy with it.
Very cool.
Good food.
All right. All right. So we are up to 22 puns and/or dad jokes in the stream. For those, anybody who cares, anybody watching, you can just type in the word exclamation point pun anytime you hear one, and it will add to the count. I have somebody who told me to tell them when we're streaming, so I'm just shooting out. I just remembered right now to tell them. So I am a geographical bachelor for the night
Ooh, special.
because my wife and her sister are about 2 hours away because of medical testing for my sister. And so, sister-in-law, if you want to be precise, they'll be coming back tomorrow. So that is my deal. Let's see, Honey Badger is connected. Okay, so it shows you connecting, disconnecting, and then now you are connected again. So
I
hopefully,
keep getting that compile log list that builds up in the corner.
right, and that's fine because most of the time, if you skim through it, it says something along the lines of it's extracting an image. So just hit clear and then close, and then you shouldn't get it again the rest of the night. All right, so those of you who are watching the stream, you see a bunch of pictures from the message of the day. So, Mikey, do you remember what happened last week?
No, not really. I remember we fought a bunch of stuff and barely lived by the skin of our teeth. No, actually, we did really well.
Is the message of the day? Oh, we have notes, right?
Message of the day does have notes. Yes.
Okay, message of the
So,
day.
yeah, last week we kicked butt and we took names. We fought a bunch of stuff and then lived through it and went to explore the inside of like this abandoned building. I don't remember what it was, but I want to say somebody was living there at one point. And we moved around there, looked around some stuff. I remember I touched something and it teleported me like through like the astral plane or
Oh,
whatever.
right. Yeah.
Psychically, it moved me out of
Yeah.
body and
And we all tried to
pulled
touch
me
it,
into
and we thought you were full of shit and the whole thing. Yep.
yeah, because I was gonna hit it with my
You're still
hammer.
full of shit, man. I know that your dad talked you into this shit, and
I might be full of it, but I
fucking with
wasn't
us,
lying
man.
about
Fucking
that.
with
So yeah, that's we know where the
us.
dragon is now. It's not far from where we're at currently. So if at any point we decide we want to run over there and poke a dragon, we can. But I don't think
Presuming that the vision was accurate, yes, that is correct.
that's true.
Also, you found a key that Jackson thought was pretty cool. Scrambles thought was crap.
It's a key that has like a 1 in a million chance to maybe open a lock, and then it just goes away.
It's a mystery key. Ooh,
Like I
with a
said,
question mark on it. And
it'll have some unique thing. I guarantee it.
Hopefully.
So a couple of years down the road, we'll be like, "Oh
right.
yeah, remember that thing?"
Yeah, but it's not the mystery key that opens the box to the thing you might need in the future. It's just a key. If it had a name like that, if it was like the key to the door of Elderon, I'd be like, oh, that sounds important.
Right.
But
Well,
I don't. It's
I'm
just a
I'm a
key.
lo- I, I'm a s- I'm a smith, so locks are included in the smithy realm. I've already shut my screen off at least 3 times now. So goes black. I know what's going on.
But the cool thing is, this doesn't just open one lock. It could open any lock once. So depends on how you look at it. But
Right.
absolutely. So you were in the shrine.
Yep.
If you open up the message of the day in options, if you want to, you have pictures of the shrine. You have pictures of orcs and ogres if you want to remember what those look like. And then you had decided after you're still in the shrine right now, but you had decided that you were going to be heading back to Phandalin and talking to the healer because she is the only one who makes the poultices and the potions.
Right.
She's a midwife, that type of thing, for the town. And you had been asked to retrieve her and get her to come back, and had chosen to do other things instead. And that quest had disappeared, was no longer there. But you still need healing potions, so you thought maybe you should go. There's also a link there to the Sword Coast players map. Let me open this up. Maybe. There it is. All right, we will zoom in. Zoomy. Zoom. I know that's part of his lyrics to some song. I just don't remember the rest of it. Go. Boom. There we go. And there's you are the P.
Woo!
We are the P.
If you zoom out, you now have 3 pins on this map
Yes.
that locations that are not actually listed on the map that you now know where they are. I did not bother to put Nomengard or the Dwarven excavations on there. If that is something you would like pinned, then I can add those easily enough. But in theory, you probably won't need to go back to those. So, anywho, is there anything else you would like to do in this shrine before you head out?
We don't have a picture of the shrine, correct?
Yes, there is. There's one in the message of the day. Let me.
I
This
figure out where
is.
all these things are so I can get them myself. Generally, let's see. Actually, I think I have a picture of the shrine here. No, I don't.
Oof. Let me zoom in. There we go.
I only have at least
Oof.
36 macros. I can't
Oof.
find
There
enough
you go.
room to fit that one little picture in.
There you go.
All right.
There's your shrine map.
Right. So are we leaving it, or are we just making decisions? What are we doing?
That is my question to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that if we're heading out, I'm going to just gently sneak over and tap the altar one more time, see if Scrambles is full of shit or not, and then we'll head out.
Okay.
We need to roll something.
I'm gonna make whirring noises as he gets close to it.
Nice.
Whoa, seems like something's happening. It's definitely happening over there.
All right.
Damn
So
it, cat.
in the chat, boom.
Second day, second day, 22 Uktar, 1623, which has absolutely no meaning whatsoever, but sounds cool.
Agreed.
All right. So something else. Let me see if I have. Is it Haptos? No, it's Harptos.
Stop.
Okay. All right, Ron. I know how you like unclothed chess, so I'll send you this. I'll share this picture.
Okay. Lovely. That wasn't the kind of chest I was hoping for. It's not the kind I was hoping for, sir.
Yeah,
So
not the
this is
blondes. Not the blondes I'm into.
Exactly.
the calendar of Harptos, and if you open up the actual up by the
Is this an
party
important feature I
sheet
should save?
and combat tracker and all that stuff, you can open up the actual. There's a one for a calendar directly underneath the combat tracker, and you will see a calendar that corresponds to the image I just sent you. Right now we are in Ukhtar, which is toward the bottom. Depends on how big your
Right.
window is. And you'll see that there are little red dots from the 15th up through the 22nd. There was a black square on the 22nd. Also on the bottom, there says View Entry Log or All Logs. You can double click on any date that has a red dot or click on All Logs, and it'll give you an overview of what happened on that particular day.
It's under notes.
It's under Calendar up on the very top right where your combat tracker is.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Underneath the combat tracker, there's a little symbol for calendar. If you click that, it'll open it up. Also on the top, you see the date and the time, current time.
Right.
Um,
So technically it's autumn. I mean, it's fall.
yes, so if you look at the picture I sent you, the actual picture, it is autumn. Yes, fall.
Okay.
That's where Ukhtar is, the 11th month. And the reason it's weird like that is because you have the spring equinox and the equinoxes and the solstices, but those happen within the year. There are certain feasts, midwinter feast, green grass feast. There are 5 of them. Those are special days of the calendar year. So if you look at the calendar, you'll see High Harvestide is a
Yes.
day. So there are 360 days plus 5 holidays to make the full year.
I'm
And
looking at the calendar to see that.
or the and the image I sent you both, the graphic I sent you just has that displayed in theory a little clearer, or you have the
Right.
calendar that you can open up. The reason I showed you the calendar is you can double click on any day. So for example, If we click on the 18th of Ukhtar, double click on that where the little red dot is. Click, click.
It says
It opens
arrive
it
at
up.
the logger's cabin and head back to lodge.
Right. So that day I didn't have the times, don't have it spelled out. But for example, if you double click on the 21st, it has it broken down to exactly what time you did different
Aha.
things. So that way you can learn. I mean, you can always go back, double check things.
Okay.
Also, you'll see other red dots like Nital the 8th, or the 8th of Nital is.
Right.
Why is these? Oh, these things are appearing behind my thing.
It's Trick's birthday.
It's Trick's birthday. Yep. So all your birthdays are on there, scattered throughout the year, as well.
Cool.
Anyway, so that's there. The calendar. That's what the calendar is for. So you were asking, or you were saying when I put it in there, the second day, 22nd of Ukhtar. There you go.
Jumping down. I'm
Um,
double clicking the in Hammer month, and it keeps jumping down to where we are today. Up in the month of Hammer, at the
Okay.
very top. And the 20th is a dot. I think it's somebody's birthday, but I'm double clicking on it, and it immediately brings me down to the bottom of the map. So am I doing something wrong there? I wanted to see what that said. Obviously, it's somebody's birthday. Obviously, I want to see what it did, but it's not allowing me to do that.
That is odd. It's doing the same thing to me. 20th of Hammer, 1623. It's Scramble's birthday.
Yay!
Cool. Okay.
I'm not
So
sure
just
why it's
curious.
doing that thing. Let me see. Is it behind it somewhere? No.
Yeah, because
So
the Marpenthof of 3rd of Marpenthof come up as Jackson's birthday. That one worked.
right. But if you go down to bottom where it says all logs, you can also click that, and then just go to the 20th of Hammer. Click the dragon. That'll open it too. I don't know why
Okay.
it's being
All
weird,
right.
but anyway.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
So that's the calendar. You guys cannot add anything to it as players. If you want to, just let me know what you want to add, and I'll be glad to add it.
Okay.
So that's where it is. This is how I, as a DM, keep track of things. Also, there's a section for anybody who at home who wants to ever be a DM. There's what the players see on the calendar is in the player section. There's also a GM section that only the GM sees. So if I say, hey, the dragon is going to eat scrambles on this date at this time, I can put that in the GM section and he won't be able to see it.
It's okay. I don't think I can read anyway.
Now I'm not seeing any of the solstice stuff or whatever you said. Where, I see summertide and sun high and the fading and all that kind of stuff, the rotting and all that kind of stuff. Now that has no dates on it. So
those are individual days, like midwinter green grass. The other ones are underlined in blue, and if you just put the cursor over it, you'll see it. So like chess, which is the 3rd month, the 19th, just hover over it. It says spring equinox. Kythorn has the summer solstice on the 20th.
oh, I see. It's the blue. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So those are just
So
underlined.
we have to know what they're in advance what they're coming out by looking at it. So now we have next thing is going to be the winter solstice.
Correct.
Solstice.
On the night of the 20th.
Solstice.
Next month, just over a month away.
Right.
Actually, no, just it's exactly a month away.
It's an important date. We got to make sure we observe it.
Yep. Winter solstice is usually the day of. A lot of people do celebrations, share gifts, that type of thing.
Yep.
All right, so there we are, back to a clear screen, and which still brings us back to our original question: what you doing?
I think we're planning on heading out. Where we were heading out on our way back to Fandolin. We had no other destinations other than to keep in mind that we were looking for our was it Kapathi area? Is that what the word is? Something like that.
It's like
Which, of course, which the event was taken off our calendar, so we had to kind of do our own searching and whatnot. So that's kind of our intent to go back and re-up with which is Bucket. Tell him the progress of his brother and what happened at the ranch, and then see if there's anything else going on with the messages board, and then if not, then we're gonna head out and see if we can find that chick.
Okay, and the other loose
The pig.
thing that you had is the pig. Are you going to do anything with
Well,
that?
we decided that we were gonna. What did we decide? You remember?
We're gonna run him back to the farm because it's right next to us.
Right.
Run him back to
So
the farm real quick.
so we'll use we'll use up a half a day and a half. I mean, usually a whole day basically, right?
Yeah, I think
Six
it's like a
hours,
half
6
day
hours.
each
Yeah.
way.
I think it's worthwhile. We're out adventuring. It's not like we have to be anywhere. We're casual.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, it'll give us more favor, and when we get there, we can rest because I'm like near dead. So
Oh, let's see where you are.
I have
Why are
5
you
health.
Why are you near dead?
So we just fought like 75 things.
No, you're wounded 5.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought that meant I had 5 health left. Okay. Then yeah, I'm good.
yeah. You're very healthy.
We healed.
Just put a couple band-aids on it, man. Rub some dirt. You're good to go.
I agree. I'm fine with that sentiment. Only 5 down. We're good to go.
Alrighty, so it takes you, it took you an hour and a half to get to the shrine. You're able to go back a little bit faster because you're not, you know where you're headed.
Right.
But you are also reduced to the speed of the pig that you are leading as well. Are you guys just tying a rope around it and
Yeah.
leading it?
Yeah. We already have a leash on it from when we staked it to the ground to go and check out the shrine. So I think we should leave it on. We'll continue on with it, and things will move pretty quickly anyway. So it's a matter of how tired it gets. I think it's okay. We're fine.
9 for 5, 10.
I think it'll come pretty quickly and easily.
All right, so you arrive in Coneyberry and head toward the Butterskull Ranch. Both of you give me a percentile, please.
Yep. Woohoo!
Yay.
All right, so you guys arrive back at the ranch. It's just before lunch. Looking up at the sky, it's probably about 11:30 or so, and just before noon. Pig in tow, and he is happy to see you.
Yep, it just got fed, or he got actually that's not true. He got fed yesterday. So soon we should stop for lunch at some point. We'll give the pig some food. We'll have some food ourselves. Or should
You're
we
at
just
the ranch.
wait until we? Oh, we're right there. Okay, so we'll hang out with what's his name, Omar.
Big Al.
Big Al.
Big Hal. That was close.
Omar.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll have
Sven
lunch
Gal
there.
in the chat says, hello, handsome Svenonius guys,
Hey,
with a little cat with sunglasses emoji.
that's right. That's the best one.
So if you're watching, there's a couple new things you can do besides exclamation pun. If you hear a pun or a dad joke, you can also do exclamation quote, and I'll give you one of our many quotes. And if you have a favorite, you can put the number that you want to hear. You can also do things like follow age. So let's see how long Svengal 2 has been following us. She has been following us. Oops, if I can spell right. Follow has 2 age for those of you. I mean, follow has 2 L's for those of you at home.
There you go.
Doesn't have
Exactly.
any A's in it.
I was gonna say,
There we go.
where are you getting two
It's been
A's on that?
following
I
for
was like, what?
8 months.
Follow. FALLOW. Fallow.
It's been following for 8 months, 3 days, 8 hours, 16 minutes, and 35 seconds.
Wow, that's incredible.
35 seconds.
Now, where do you find those sayings that you were talking about with the exclamation? Where are those found?
So those are ones that I put in. So anytime you guys say something interesting, I add it to the list. I think last week I know we added at least one about being a
Yeah,
barbarian.
Yep.
Maybe two. I don't remember for sure. I know Micah has a couple in there, and
But I'm saying, how do we access what they are? Or we can't because
you
we're not.
can't. You just have to. There's only 14, but so if you wanted to, you could put
I put
exclamation
that.
quote space 1 and then quote space 2, 3, do all 14 and see what all 14 say. 11 is what just came up, and it says two's on the die is not going to cut it. By me.
And I said something about the bedazzled warrior.
That's right. I'm a
bedazzled barbarian.
bedazzled barbarian. Right. So those are just some of the things on there. There's a couple more cool things that you can do as well, but keep people entertained. Once I get affiliate, which is next, I just have to get 3 people watching, an average of 3 people. But once I get that point, then people, the more they watch, the more points they'll earn, and they can do stuff like buy you guys magic items or advantage healing potions,
That's
or
cool.
buy the monsters healing potions and criticals and stuff like that. So
We love them fans, don't we?
They wouldn't do that to us.
she says she can't stay on long. The internet here is ridiculous. Yeah, they're in some, who knows, no-tell motel something.
A hostel.
Yeah, some hostel on the side of the road in Pullman.
In Pullman. Okay.
Yeah.
Have her get you Cougar Gold cheese while she's there.
Okay, so I don't know if you heard that, but she said get Cougar Gold.
Yeah, it's the only place you can get it. It's in Pullman, and it's called Cougar Gold cheese. It's the best sharp cheese I've ever had.
How would you even know that?
How would I even know? Because I've been there. Pullman's a college town. So
Oh,
WSU,
okay.
the Cougars, one of our 2 big colleges up here, is in Pullman.
Okay.
And the only place you can get Cougar Gold is in Pullman. It's in a big tin, and it's super good. Well, I mean, you could get Cougar Gold other places.
Right, but that's
Cougar
not the
Gold-
same thing.
Choose 1, 2, then I'll
Not
take
the
it.
same
She's
thing.
probably
Let's not
gonna
go
want
there.
to 'cause
the
you'll see.
cheese.
So
Oh
what did you
boy.
ask her? Okay, well, attempt please, because I'm gonna be gaming. I don't mind doing it. I will take you, but it would be better if I didn't. So okay, I will ask her. All right, we're back.
We're back.
So you were at the Butterskull Ranch. You guys stay there for lunch, get a short rest.
Shit.
I don't know if you need one or not, but there you go. I just pushed it to you.
Awesome.
How do I get my cursor back, man? What the fuck?
I couldn't tell you. You use a Mac, so
Yeah.
buy a real computer, and then I can help you.
Yeah. Well,
You gotta buy the cord
don't know
from
what just happened, man. I just lost my cursor.
Did you
What
pay
the
for the
fuck?
Did you pay for the Mac that comes with a cursor?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Because you may have to
didn't.
pay for it separately, and it's probably a monthly fee.
If you bought a
Exactly.
wireless mouse, you need to buy the wire. It's a separate
Exactly.
attachment.
But I'm serious. I have no mouse right now.
I have no idea what to tell you. It's not a problem I run into.
All right. Give me a second here. Let me see what the fuck's going on.
All right,
Don't
so
worry.
now,
Next, we'll leave it alone.
ooh, Hot Tank 72. Hello. Welcome.
Hot take. That's a cool name.
That's I believe Becky.
I'm not sure who that is, but hi, Becky.
You haven't you met Bobby's sister, Becca?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that's
Okay.
her. She's
Hey.
into Tinkerbell.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense.
Hey,
yep.
Tinkerbell rocks, man.
Oh, I agree. Tinkerbell's awesome.
Tinkerbell's my gal. I still got no mouse, man.
Oh, hey, she said she saw the cheese in the gift shop, so she'll pick it up in the morning.
It's so good.
Micah loves it. He says that's solid.
All right, I'm fucking.
All right, so while Jackson is still finding his mouse, speaking of scrambles, doesn't have his mouse up either. So if you want to find
Yeah, dude.
Tricks and select him,
Oh, Tricks. Yeah, Tricks isn't there. I got scrambles up. I don't got Tricks. I got Tricks here now.
so you guys leave the Butterskull Ranch at just after about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
What is going on? Oh,
Okay, I don't know what to do now. I'm stuck.
all right, and here's for you, Hot
It's gonna
Take
sound
72.
it's gonna sound silly, but did you turn the mouse off? Like, is there like an on or off button on the bottom that maybe shifted or?
I've tried it a couple times to see if it would reset, and it has not done so. So, give me a second. I gotta do this right now. So, going black.
Okay. All right, so he's while he's looking for his mouse, you guys head back to Conneberry, and let's see. Since he can't do it, I'll roll for him, but I'll push a roll to you.
Sounds good. Pushing a row.
I'm gonna mute him because he's echoing.
He's making all the noises.
1, 2, 3. All right. Perception request. There you go.
Perception here, perception there.
Dude, he's killing me with this camera.
What do? We swim. Yes, we can hear you.
Well, I muted his ass, so I couldn't hear him, but can't see you though.
And actually, it's open too. So, oh my god.
All right, so his butt's muted again.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I know, but okay. I think I got it. All right, let me get rid of this stupid ass background.
The galaxy background.
Yep, exit, quit. Oh, anyways, go. Let's see if that works. Come on, man.
All right. Anywho,
Settings.
yes, that's one of the quotes. The chat is talking about one of the other quotes in there. All right, so and again, if you want to see a quote, just type that in, and you can see one of your own. It'll populate one for yourself. So you guys arrive back, and the rolls. Cree. So Cree sort of moves over and taps Scrambles on the arm, points and gestures over, and you see. So if you remember, Conneberry is a ruined city that used to be a thriving place and is now long since ruined, probably for a couple 100 years.
Yeah, a long time.
But he sort of bends down to tie one of his boots and says, "Hey, we check over to the west. I think there's somebody watching us." And so you surreptitiously, some big multi-syllabic word there,
Yeah.
which is like cautiously sort of glances that way, doing a little cough, and you see a little head in the cloak that's sort of watching you from around the corner.
Okay.
Looking around as well, you don't see anything else or anybody else. It looks to be about 45 feet away.
That's not that far. I don't have anything that lets
Does
me.
it look friendly though?
I wonder. Now I know Trix can communicate via mind. Can he read minds? I'm gonna ask him in his mind. Hey Trix.
All right, Hotlink. I don't know what you did, but it didn't like it. It says stop posting link. And Svengal just put a space between the 7 and the E. So it's uh, exclamation quote space 7, and that'll give you the other quote. Sorry. All right. So what were you saying, Scrambles?
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to Trix in his mind because I know Trix telekinetically speaks to people. So I'm gonna say in his mind, "Hey
Mhm.
Trix, I know you can talk telekinetically. Can you read people's minds?"
No, this is just a form of communication.
Oh,
I can
okay.
talk to them if I can see them and they share my language, but I can't tap into their heads.
Hmm. Well, I see something staring at us from far away, but I don't really want to say anything to it because I'm not sure if it's friendly or foe. Either way, I don't want it to run away.
I'll put.
I'm gonna kind of.
Okay, well, Jackson is ready with his ray of frost. If you want to throw something with a little, with just that's not gonna do too much damage, but it's scary.
Yep.
It'll get their attention if they'll say, "Hey, hey, hey, what's up?" Or they'll go, "Motherfucker," So
I agree either way, but I think we should let Trix try and talk to it first, and then Ray of Frost it. What do you think?
I'm just saying, I'm ready. I'm
Okay.
ready with my ray of frost. I'm letting you know.
I agree.
Okay.
So I think I'll ask Trix. Hey Trix, could you try to say hi to it? See if it'll talk to us.
Damn this fucking shit.
All right, so Trix is gonna sneak on up there. Ron, you have an echo for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh, there it
sorry.
goes. Now gone.
Without the headphones, I got an echo. So,
Let's
and not
see.
Scramble's type of echo either.
Stuff.
Do I?
Yeah, Scramble's echo is awesome. We don't mind having his echo.
There you go.
Stealth. I
All
clicked on
right,
it.
so he sneaks on up. Um, sort of sneaks back and says, I think it's a goblin in a
Oh,
cloak, in a hooded cloak.
hmm. Goblins
See
are
if
pretty smart, aren't they? I mean, they could have like a wizard level type of person, right?
It's very rare. They have some shamans every once in a while.
Okay.
see if it's Scribby or Cribby or whatever his name was. Our favorite goblin. I'm gonna pretend to fall over, like trip on myself or something. And if it laughs, we know it's Cribby.
Okay. You
That
do not
wasn't his
hear a laugh.
Grimmy.
name, but
Grimmy. His name was Grimmy.
Grimmy.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Grimmy, the Goblin King.
We
And
got to go back and visit him very shortly, I'm sure.
Yeah, see what he's
In,
doing with
in the
those
realm
claws.
of things before Christmas hits in, see how things are going into the winter.
so, and by the way, Becca said thank you, Micah, for the kind words you said. All right.
I-
So, you try to trip and you don't hear any laughter.
Okay, so it's definitely not him. He would have laughed. He's too maniacal to not laugh at
Exactly.
that. So.
Yep.
Well, do you want to try and lure him out with food and kindness, or lure
I
him
don't
out
know.
with our muscles?
Well, are we going to be likely to be attacked by a goblin, or are they
Even
likely
if it
to?
does, it's a stupid goblin. I say that out loud. It's not scary.
All right, you're just gonna hang out and go walk over to him.
I
That's
am.
your idea.
Yeah, I think it's a
All
great
right,
idea.
all right, let's do it.
I
We're
waltz over to
bold.
the
We're
I waltz
boldly
over to the
walking
goblin.
out into obvious sight of the goblin. Let's see what happens. What he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
do.
pretend like I gotta pee. I say that real loud. I'm gonna go pee over here. And then when you start following me, I'm gonna look at you real weird. What are you doing? Go pee. Leave me alone.
Okay, well maybe he has to go pee too.
It's
I don't know
only,
what he's thinking. I just announced
we
really
don't
loud.
have that many.
I'm gonna go over here to pee, and now he's following me like a psycho.
I just happen to be going investigating the same
There's
direction.
all
That's
this
all.
space. There's all the space around us. Choose to go, and then when we get close to it, I'm taking off.
All
This
right.
is this
Do we
is
have a map of this area, or are we winging it?
it's a disguise pee. It's a trick pee.
If a chickpea.
All right, so give me a. I'm gonna say this is a dex check to try to
Okay.
grab this guy. I can also let you do sleight of hand because I know how much Reno loves doing sleight of hand.
Exactly. All right. Well, let's see how much is it better to roll one or the other. So my dexterity you talked about on the abilities page. Oh, and on the saves. It's on the saves. Or it's on the
Sleight of hand
dexterity.
is a skill.
Okay. Yeah, I know that. I meant the other one.
Dex is on the front
I wanted
page.
to check to see if how they compare. They're both the same.
It's a +2 for me.
There we go. +2 for me too. There we go. 14. That's going to be awesome, right? It's just barely above average, but yeah, that's awesome.
Average is 10, so
I know. I'm being funny. Go ahead. What have I got here? What have I got? 14. Sleight of hand.
Where did I go? Here I am.
How magnificent am I? Let's see. Constitution is 16. That's
I rolled a
pretty good.
big old 3.
Ooh. Well, you're just so distracted, man. Ever since that
+2.
the storm on his farm, man, you just been deranged.
Yeah.
Trying to kill 18 guys at the same time, and that was it. You snapped.
It worked well though.
I'm not saying you didn't come out of it. I'm just saying you didn't come out of it the same.
Yeah.
All right.
so you walk over there, scrambles, and Jackson goes around the other side of the building, and you see out of the corner of your eye this thing duck away. Okay, hold on just a second. So first of all, Becca says he's never living in Pullman, that's for sure. And Becca and Svengal, it's exclamation point quote and then a space and then the number. So put
Okay.
exclamation point quote space 1.
Okay.
There you go, like that. Scrambles. This is a quote from Micah. It says
Okay.
Scrambles and Jackson both have horns. Scrambles are just a little bit bigger. So that's quote number 1. Honey Badger Sven. Anyway, so you work your way around, and as Scrambles goes over, starts to urinate, he sees the head duck back, and Jackson, you're coming around the corner as this goblin starts running past you, and you reach out and you grab him.
Okay. He's squirming in my hands, right? Because he's
Yep.
a fairly small dude, right?
Correct.
Three
Yeah,
feet
they're
or so.
pretty small.
Yeah, he's just about under 2. It's like, let let me go. Well, I didn't do nothing to you.
All right. If I think he looks pretty cool, then I will release him.
Pretty
I'm
cool.
not gonna. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I mean, I have a good. What is it called? Whatever it
Perception.
is,
You need to
perception or
sense whether he's good or evil.
yes, whatever that one is. I don't
He's
see
a
it.
So
goblin.
he's wearing
Insight?
a cloak. Was hooded. When you grabbed him, the hood sort of fell back. You
Right.
see he's got this small sack in one hand,
That's getting too personal, dude.
and he has a belt with a short sword. And he's as he stumbles back, puts the
Yes.
bag
Okay.
behind his back and pulls the sword. Stay back, and I won't hurt you. I didn't do nothing to you. And he's sort of about 15 feet away from me now, just sort of hunched down,
All right.
hiding
I'm
behind his
gonna.
sword.
I'll have a pleasant demeanor there. I'll. Sorry. You sound like you're cool. Type of a look. Giving him the advantage, but also being very ready for any stupidity.
It's a good thing you found him. I would have crushed him with a big rock.
That's why I went and found him, man. We each have our forte.
Would have thudded him on the head.
And made him your pet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I will make like whatever the sword away, whatever it is that casual gesture of that's on my back though.
So for
That
people watching, that's what Jackson looks
that is
like.
that is what a great sword looks like. When you think of a great sword, think of that.
He has a friendly demeanor.
Exactly. I look like one of those, the fashion models that are like really serious all the time, but really good looking.
Yeah, like you just can't make left turns.
Exactly. Can't see that far.
Really ridiculously
My
good
blind
looking.
side is completely blocked off.
There you go.
And
That's
that
a
is
guy.
Scrambles.
There you go. The man.
He's just a big
He's
cuddler.
he's a handsome dude, man.
He likes
Look
he
at
likes
that.
he likes long walks on the beach and 4-H competitions.
There you go.
I was probably born in a barn.
Yikes.
And then we have Tricks, and then we have Clave,
Just a super normal,
Cree, who's a Claven, little Jerry Lewis there.
super normal looking dudes. Handsome as all get out. None of us the slight bit scary.
That's right. Yeah,
Just
and they just
cuddly.
don't understand why every time they come to rescue people or talk to people, everybody goes
Dude,
running and screaming and
he
Yeah.
looks scarier than the Suicide Squad.
yes.
It's all good. It's the production that we have in the end. Do we do good or do we not?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we do in our own special way.
Yeah. If you can't make it
All
up
right.
in skill, you got to make it up in ugly. We are leaps and bounds in
Hey,
ugly.
I'm skill and beauty, so
You get contact ugly though, because you're around us.
oh, hey,
All right. So, what are you
give me a
doing with
second.
this goblin? He's sort of
Squaring up with you.
looking around and looking at the peeing minotaur.
Do I hear him yelling at Jackson and waving his sword around?
Oh yeah, they're only about 20 feet over to your
I've
left.
heard nothing that you said.
I'm gonna stop then and
All right, so let's go. What did you just say, man?
So
me?
No,
Scrambles is still
Sven.
urinating. He's still peeing over to the side, about 20 feet to your
Right.
right.
Okay.
And uh, See, he's sort of watching you guys as he's peeing. Does little finger things while he's peeing.
You guys better move
You're
over
not
there.
well, man. Okay. So what happens? I've released him down. He's kind of stepped out, said that stuff. I'm looking kind of, neutral, trying to back off in my aggressiveness. What is the next thing that happens? Or are we going to just like say, hey, what's up? How's it going? And see how honest he is and see how forthcoming he is, right?
He's a
Obviously,
goblin.
Okay.
he's
So
made a claim that he's cool. So let him talk about how he's cool.
okay.
How cool are you?
Exactly.
Peer pressure him into chugging some beer. Try this mead. All the cool kids are
He has a
doing
lot of
mead.
it.
So he's like, why'd you why did you attack me? I didn't do anything.
We didn't
Just
attack you.
go on your weird way. Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
yeah, Jackson. Why were you so violent with him initially?
Hey, I overextended my strength there. Thought he would be a lot heavier. Up in the air. It's all good though. It wasn't intended. I just wanted to make sure that you were not dangerous.
I, I,
You've proven yourself worthy. We shall continue on with our journey.
I can be very dangerous. Just watch yourself.
Watch myself.
And he backs up a little bit, still holding the bag behind his back, sword in front of him.
What kind of a bag is it he's holding?
Looks like an old leather bag. It's
Old
probably
leather
um,
bag.
probably about 1 foot diameter.
Okay, so it's a like a sack type of thing.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't think anything of that per se. If that's if he's living out in the woods.
Yeah, he's got a bag.
So yeah, as opposed to he's stolen treasure from someone, or he's we can just loot him outright. I'm saying no to that.
You don't see anything else readily apparent. You don't see any other pouches or backpacks or anything. So
Right.
it's
So
probably
I'm
just what
saying
he's
like
carrying.
we can just scoot along, continue on our path if
I'm gonna yell over to Jackson. Hey, that goblin tell you anything useful, or are you gonna kill him now?
No, I think he's pretty good. I think he's pretty good.
Oh,
I give you a little eyebrow wiggle, so be cautious. Saying, "Hey, he's wonderful," but I give you a little eye wiggle, and be cautious, man. I'm not really sure.
Universal eye wiggle sign of
That's
caution.
it. Exactly.
what does that mean? You flirting with me? I don't understand what's happening. Okay.
That's why it's good because it's so funny. You're like abruptly like, "What did he just do?" Oh, that's the signal.
Oh, he's fine.
Hey, you gotta do it. What you gotta do, man?
Give me wandering eyes. All right,
Exactly.
I see how it is.
Well, it's better than winking, like like you're supposed to do it in the old movies. Oh, get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I get you.
So wiggling the eyebrows is like, interesting. But you'll know what the fuck, and you say, hey, oh yeah, that's the signal. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Here we go, crossing the path here with the goblin hanging. Let's see what
Hey,
happens.
what has he got? He's got something though. What's he got over there?
He's got his bag, man. He's
Ah,
like in the Navy. He'd have a Navy bag.
he's got a bag.
Yeah.
Does it have anything
Uh,
cool? Does he have any?
I'm not robbing. I'm
We're
not
not robbing
robbing
him.
a
We're just.
random gnome
I'm just
So he's
because he
back
has a
politely.
about
bag on him.
20 feet now. He's moved back a little bit more.
I just
He's fine, man,
politely
dude.
thinking
I'm
maybe
like
he's got something for us.
trying to take Scramble's level down a little bit.
Does he have
Come
any
on, it's okay,
knowledge?
dude.
Does
It's
he
all right.
know anything? Ask him
It's
if he
okay,
knows
dude. It's all
anything.
good. We're just gonna let him go. Just gonna
Hey
let him go.
Goblin, do you know anything? Get yelled at. Hey, do you know stuff? You look like you know stuff.
He thinks for a minute.
We say we got money. If you know stuff, if he seems like he's all of a sudden, he's on mark, then I say let's offer the money. If you got information, we got some money.
I
If you're going to approach the
I have
information aspect.
lots of information. What kind of information you need for money? I can tell you for money.
Hey, now we're
I think
talking.
that's we're talking now.
Let's make a deal, Goblin boy.
Okay, so now what questions are we asking?
Ask him if he's seen anybody who knows how to make potions. You seen any beautiful women who know how to mix up a potion or two, wandering around?
That sounds perfect.
Maybe heard of any goblins hauling off some ladies into the woods or anything? Or some orcs? Any orcs afoot kidnap any ladies lately?
He said all this aloud, so
I am. That's what I
Okay.
ask him. I just don't want
Yes.
to confuse him in his goblin mind.
Exactly.
Because they're
So-
goblins.
And we
Oh, no.
look at him intently to see what he has to say.
I don't want to overwhelm him, so I'm going to simplify it to, let me just say this. Have you seen anyone with a chick
a hot chick.
around
Well, it has
here?
to be hot because we don't know.
You said there is
We've never seen her before.
money. I tell you about the,
All right, so
the hot
I have a
chick for money.
so I have some silvers in my pocket, whatever.
Silver? You can give this guy silver?
No, I have silvers in my pockets.
If you pull
I-
silvers out, I'm going to yell, silver! Oh my god. Put that away. It's a goblin. I'll take out a couple of copper pieces and run them through my hands. And then I'll set one down in front of me. Like 2 or 3 feet, I'll toss it on the ground. Hey, you give
He
us
sort
some
of
money,
looks
we'll
over. Says, I seen a woman, but I tell you for 2 silver.
And I whip out. Here's 1 silver. And
I take-
let's know. Let's go with the information.
All right. I take my silver out and I take out my sending stone. Can you hear me? Over.
I'm standing right next to you. What are you trying to say?
Oh, you're real close. Never mind.
You're about 20 feet apart.
I can't. I don't want to yell.
Okay,
this.
well the sending stones will
Yeah.
work then. Go ahead. I'm listening on my sending stones.
Worst case scenario, we just mug him and take our silver back. So
There you go.
Here you
No big man. He's a little gnome.
I'll take out a silver. He's a goblin. He's not a gnome. Gnomes are nice.
Oh my god.
They tell you traveling tips.
It's-
Goblins
yeah.
are nefarious.
Till they attack you. Let's
I'll
continue,
put
my
my
man.
silver down next to my copper. Over.
That sounds good.
There's a stone house about 2 days travel that way. Maybe one day for you big legs. And there's beautiful woman who makes potions there.
Awesome.
That's the information we're looking for, my man.
Hey, if you guide us there, I'll give you another 2 silver.
Oh my god.
All right, so Jackson, he is definitely telling you everything he knows and is not lying at all.
Why would I lie?
All right, and I sent you. Where'd it go? Really? Well, I tried to send you a secret message.
Yeah, well, my fucking keyboard's not working. Hang on. So, okay.
There we go. All right, so Scrambles, you got a secret message. Um, ah, houses, other direction from where I going. If you 1 gold, I take you there.
I mean, sure. If she's there, it's worth it. We need to find her.
That's true.
She's worth a handsome reward. People in town are offering to pay
Exactly.
300 gold for her.
That's right. So I say that's fine. We'll give him the weary eye, but go ahead and say yes. That's gold will be good.
I also
Let's go.
I also don't know if people are offering a reward for her. I'm pretty sure they took the sign down, so you might want to do a lie check on me, because I'm pretty sure I'm full of crap.
A lie check.
Yeah, see if you tell if I'm lying or not.
Now,
He's a
Do you
do
stu-
you
have that? Do you
know
have that skill?
you are
No.
2 days travel outside of Phandalin? The
Right.
woman, the original woman you were supposed to go to, the midwife, apothecary, healer, whatever, she
Right.
lives close to Phandalin, within
Right.
an hour or so
Right.
outside Phandalin. So this
Right.
is not the same person.
Oh,
I thought she was the abandoned one. That wasn't her. The woman that was abandoned, or that we were talking about that she was not abandoned, abducted. I'm sorry, abducted. Isn't that one of our theories that we talked about at one point in time? Earth to people.
I don't
Earth to
remember
I
people.
don't know.
what you're talking about. The
I don't
one,
remember her
the
being
one that
abducted.
there was a quest for was just outside the city,
Right.
and then the quest went away.
Yeah.
Nobody
Right.
had, you guys still hadn't seen her in the city, so apparently whoever took that quest failed, or something happened,
How do we know that though? If there's no sign.
because you haven't seen her. She's not. The whole point of that quest was to bring her back to Phandalin.
That makes sense.
But you
Okay.
haven't spent a whole lot of time in Phandalin either. But yeah,
Right. But again, if we're thinking that she was abducted, whatever, which is possible, right? That was the whole point. Then she could be anywhere. So it's not like we're just looking for
sure.
her normal haunts. So it'd be somewhere else as well. So we have to be, you know, doing a decent search if we're heading that direction. Anyway, I guess
Okay.
it
So right
depends
now
on.
it is
Go.
just after, it's about 1 o'clock ish, as you guys have been talking to this goblin.
Yep.
So were you going to be heading back to heading toward this whatever house he's talking about?
Yes, we are. I think our intention was to follow him. If
Yep.
we're offering him to pay gold, then let's go.
Yep, and we'll pay him when we get there.
Yep.
So he runs up and grabs the copper and the silver. So make sure you subtract those
Right.
from your inventory.
Inventory. Let's see what we got here.
Let me make sure you guys got the XP for everything. Pretty sure you did. Let's see.
Where's the fucking party shit?
Courtyard, gatehouse. Yep, you did. Good.
So the party sheet has all our collective gold on it, correct?
Right, or you go into your inventory on your character page, and that has your gold on the bottom.
I know, but I'm just saying that this has everybody's.
Yes, but you threw the silver, and Micah and
Oh, so take it out
Scrambles
of my.
through the copper.
That makes sense.
Okay.
So take it out of the inventory that's on us. Okay.
Right.
Got it.
Later on, if you want to say, "Hey, Cree, give me a silver to replace it," that's fine. But so, Becca says, "Got to run. Bye."
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for showing up.
Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it.
Good luck with your tests.
Indeed.
And Micah says, let me see if I type it.
God damn it. I have. Oh my god.
All right,
Oh,
so you start heading You're in Connerbury now. Each one of these hexes is 5 miles.
Is that something you're pushing at us? Is this a new map or the same map?
No, we're on the same map. I'm just
Okay.
moving, shifting the P.
Yay. So we're heading into the Coneyberry Forest then.
It's the Neverwinter Wood. But yes, it is the forest just above Connerbury. Yep. That's actually to the east is where he's headed.
Right. Yep. So we're heading back out to the mines then, towards the Sawkins Hunting Lodge, and the other. It's not the place where we encountered the underground things, the massive bugs or
That
something.
was
The weird,
you're talking about the
Those-
Goblin Lair?
the weird acid ones that spit acid at people when this whole
Oh, the
city was
loggers
burnt
camp.
down.
So the loggers
Yeah.
camp is way up beyond where the hunting lodge is.
Right, but what I'm saying is that we're heading in almost exactly the same direction.
Yes,
Yes.
which are probably 2 days from there.
Right.
All right, so it gets to be about the sun starts to set. It looks to be almost 6 o'clock.
Cool.
And he's still moving along. Did you want to stop for the night, or did you want to push on?
I'm fine with pushing on.
Me too.
Okay.
Excuse me.
How far ahead of us is he?
In the general walking thing, I would think he'd be not too far.
He's about 20 feet.
Yeah.
That's pretty far.
When you're on an adventure, you're walking along like you're traveling, hiking, whatever. There's going to be some space between you.
Yeah, but this is a goblin. You gave him money. Who
We haven't
knows?
given him money yet, just a little bit.
We gave him some money.
Yeah, whatever. We're rich travelers. Anyway,
I just want to be careful. I'm keeping an eye on him.
indeed, he's a goblin.
So about 7:30, about an hour after, about half an hour after sun's gone down, you pass through some overgrown ruins. You notice some stone wall, what's remains of a stone wall, it's overgrown mostly with ivy and stuff, and a tree is fallen over. And he keeps moving on. You're barely following like a game trail every once in a while, but a
Right?
lot of times he's just going through the woods.
Really. Do we know if goblins have good sense of direction and that sort of thing?
You don't
part of.
know for
part-
sure.
I don't know. I would think I would though. I have been educated enough to know what that is. No such luck. All right, fine.
Every time the goblin looks at me, I'm going to make crazy eyes at him.
For what purpose?
We're doing a good cop, bad cop thing. That's what I feel like we're doing here. We're doing a good cop, crazy cop.
Yeah,
We're
there
gonna
you
do
go.
is, like,
That's
pee on
exactly.
stuff and look nuts.
And they're trying to hold you back. Take it easy, my man. Take it
I'm just
easy.
talking to rocks at him and he doesn't know what's going on. Rock.
All right. So
I'm on the edge.
All right. Where are
as you
we
get
here?
close, as you guys are traveling along, it's probably another hour and a half after that.
Okay.
You can start seeing the moon through the trees overhead.
Okay. I guess we'll camp here or whatever. Or do we, or like how does he know how We'll ask him how far it is to the thing, whether we should hang out and do our
So
camping
for about
thing,
the last hour,
or
he's been saying not far,
not far.
just ahead.
The last hour, huh?
Yes. And he's been looking around more and more,
He is so
trying
lost.
trying to look around, and then he'll just him mumbling to himself and head over, and then come upon another wall, and so, yeah, no, and he sort of pats the wall and then takes off. So did you want to stop, or you wanted to keep going at guessing it's probably about 9 o'clock ish?
Right. I don't know. I think we should probably hang.
I
Have
think if
somebody.
we're gonna stop, we gotta ask him to stop with us. Hey,
Right. Exactly. We're gonna keep an eye on him though.
yeah, but he's your responsibility. You're the one who chose to keep it. You got the dog. You gotta take it on walks. That's the goal.
Anyway, he's still claiming to be a gentleman, so
Hey, Goblin, what's your name?
it's
I don't even think we got your name.
I can pull an all nighter, man. So let's just do this.
What's your name first? Hey, you Goblin kid. What's your name?
Do we get an answer from him?
So he sort of looks you do some weird spell if you know my true name, and turn me inside out, or make me your slave or something.
No. Do I look like the kind of guy who knows how to do spells?
That's not the type of people we are, my man.
No, I won't. What do we call you? It doesn't even have to be a real name. What do you want me to call you?
What shall we call you, sir?
Or do you like Goblin Boy? Because I could keep that all day.
I am
Like passive aggressive.
I am Riket.
You get time. Alrighty.
What are you? That way I can do spell back if you do something to me.
We'll go by J and S. This is S, my man, and I'm J. No, we don't have to give him our real names, and he can't spell us.
I don't think he knows how to do spells. I'm fine with telling him my name. He knows no spells.
Alrighty. Well, if you know that, then say, introduce yourself and whatnot, and I'll introduce myself.
Say, my name is Scrambles, the Death Dealer, dealer of death and all things deadly. And I'm here to kick ass and party. And I already partied today.
And I'm sitting there with my head down, shaking a little bit as he's talking. I look up and say, I'm Jackson. How's it going, man?
How's it going? We're in the middle of the night, fumbling our way around pointlessly through a town on a hunch from a goblin. It's going great.
Anyway.
Hey,
All right, so there we go. So we've introduced ourselves, and we're going to camp out, correct? So
it's getting pretty late, Ricket. You want to get some sleep soon, or what's your game plan, boss?
what is
do you
his
think?
thoughts? Can we continue on, or should we stay? How far away is it? Answer me, my friend.
That's
Nice,
what he
Gib.
looks like.
Except he doesn't. He
Exactly.
has a short sword instead of a
Little axe.
axe.
Right. It's pretty cool. Seems like he holds his own.
He says, not far. We're almost there. Just
Okay. Give him like another half hour of this.
So about 5 minutes later, you come upon an old road.
Okay.
Old road. Okay. Is he walking along it now? Are we following him that direction?
Is it a road less traveled?
It's more traveled if it's a road, Nut.
It could be the road less traveled.
Yes, then all of the roads as the less one. All right. So is he heading, continuing on as if this is the continuation? Let's keep going. We're hiking along.
Yes. Give me just a second here. I'm checking something. These are all the same. Hold on a second. Okay. So yeah. So you come upon. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So as he's following the road, and as you get to a point, you see that the trees split, and you see in front of you this large two-story dilapidated building. The moon is pretty bright tonight, so you can see pretty well overall. Um, there's some
Okay.
ground fog that's gathered around, sort of lit by the moon. It's a little creepy. And you see that um, there's ivy all over the place. It's the type of ivy you're familiar with, that has thorns in it, and it's set on a foundation itself. So it goes up about 6 feet, and then you see the stone building. Um, you're coming from the west, so it's ahead of you to the east. Between you and this big entryway, you see some steps going off. Uh, you see that there are pumpkin patches or pumpkins scattered throughout. And you see a couple boars sort of standing, and they look like they're dozing.
Yeah. Just side note: a pumpkin patch is like a decent sized circle typically. I mean, if you just let them grow naturally, if you're thinking about it physically on the ground, it's like the size of like a massive, I don't know, 30 feet across perhaps in a circle. It's just
Sure.
going out
Okay.
as a pumpkin patch. So I mean, so that's that's what we're seeing. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't know anything about pumpkin patches, so
That's what I'm saying. It's like
that's what's up.
I discovered that last year. I was like, it's pretty cool. It's interesting how things grow and whatnot. Anyways, we're also seeing boars feeding on it as well. They snort with contempt as you draw near. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that would be during the day,
Right?
so there is
They're
no
sleeping.
contemptive snorting right now.
Ah.
Uncontempted snorting?
They're more, like I said, they're more dozing, and they haven't seen you yet.
Right. Right.
Because
Okay.
I presume you guys aren't actually walking. Uh, tell you what, to make things easier, let me give you a map. All right. So as you so the goblin sort of moves over against one of the trees and points, and so as you guys are walking around this tree, you see what's in front of you. Let me share this. We will see if I have to. Good, I don't at this point. All right, so it's zoomed in. If you want to zoom back out, you can see a little
Okay.
clearer what's going on. So you are correct. Looks like the pumpkin patches are about 30 feet wide.
Yay.
So I'm gonna say out loud. Hey, this isn't like a goblin lair, is it?
So as you turn around, you see the back of the goblin as he's running away.
I don't like that.
Riket as he's running away.
I'm gonna yell out, Riket! Damn you, Riket! Hopefully he thinks
Okay.
We all have to fill in the blanks on that one.
maybe he
right?
thinks I cursed him or something. I don't know. Hopefully he does.
All right. So with that, the couple of the
Oh.
closest boards look up and see you, sort of, and now they're starting to snort with contempt at you.
Okay.
Oh, we're fighting pig people.
Now
I love that.
are we going uphill there on this map? We're actually going northeast. Is that the direction or are you heading the other way?
Yes, you were. Well, you can see the house is to the northeast. Now it's to your east.
I don't see anything, man. I don't see any house.
You don't see the house?
No.
So click on your character.
Couple more.
Can you see your token?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude. Yes, I see the code. Go ahead.
Okay.
I
So
pressed my button now. There's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. There's a little bit of hair like steps maybe over up in the upper left there.
yes,
That's all I've
Uh-huh.
got. So everything else is just trees or pumpkin patches.
that's all you can see right now. Is trees and pumpkin
It's a
patches.
pumpkin patch, dude. A pumpkin patch is no bigger than like 3 feet. And I'm like 8 feet tall, so I can guarantee you I can see over that thing and whatever the hell's over here.
There.
Yay!
There you go. Now you can
All right.
see.
All right, stuff going on. Very good.
Now, give me a minute. Let me. Damn it, Jim. These freaking.
Piggly wigglies.
All right, here we go.
Here, I'm gonna take out all of the. All right. So what are you guys doing? At this point, they have not attacked you.
I mean, they're regular boars, though, aren't they?
As far as you know, they're
So
boars.
Right. So I mean,
as opposed to what?
as opposed to being
Regular
intelligent and
boars.
specifically attacking us because they're not wild animals, because they're some sort of intelligent being attacking us versus naturally, hey, we're in their territory, that sort of thing. So,
Well, they're you're sort of it's clear they're eating these
Pumpkins?
pumpkins,
right.
and they don't want you around. This is really the only
Right.
thing I have. That's sad.
So what are you thinking, Scrambles? When this is going on, we look at each other, like, okay. So what are your thoughts, instantaneously?
I don't know. I don't know too much about borches.
I mean, like, let's say, for example, they attack us. What are we going to do? We're going to,
Let's
I
do-
have a javelin. I can, keep them away, and hopefully they won't attack us and say, hey, we're cool, walk away. Or I can skew them on a thing and we can have some good bacon. So
Yeah, but these boars belong to somebody, I think.
I know, but if they attack us, what are we going to do?
I don't know.
You just put
Hang
your
out.
hand out, say stop, go back home. No, we're
Yeah.
going to get attacked. So I say,
Cut it out.
we will have I'll have one of my javelins out. Put my shield
guess.
away, javelin out, so that in case I need to poke somebody away without hurting anything, That's the idea. Just keep them back. If they're naturally there, then okay, we're not going to hurt you. Go away.
How big are these boars? Are these like normal pig-sized boars? Are they probably like 80 to 100 pounds? Are we talking like 400 pound boars? How
Um,
big are they? I'm eyeballing these
Probably
things.
just a little bit bigger, between 100 to 120 pounds.
If it comes at me, I'll just throw it.
Do you have a javelin?
I don't need a javelin to throw something. Talk about the pig. I'll just catch it and throw it.
Oh, I see.
Throw it at the other boar. If you throw a pig at a pig, pigs freak out. They're
I'm
smart.
sure that would be the case.
They're super smart.
Alrighty, so I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah, I think I'll just ready myself because I don't really know what to do. I don't know what to do with the boar.
Well, I have 2 javelins if you want to borrow one.
I don't want to kill it though.
Just to poke it off, man. You give it a little stabby stab, and then they say, "Hey, wait a minute. Let's think about this again." You know, it's like out in the wild. You know, if you get roughed up, you say, "Hey, let me rethink my thoughts here. I decided to
Okay.
go away." So that way we don't have to kill it. I don't want to have to kill these things if I don't have to. That's
I agree.
ridiculous.
I don't want to kill the boars for no reason.
So that's why I'm pulling the javelin out. I don't want to be poking it with my sword
All right.
or my great axe. So let's pull out the javelin so we can
Sure. I'll take one too. You got a stick?
do some casual stabbing.
Just a light
Not so
nick.
not so lethal.
Just try to do non-lethal damage with it.
Exactly. Okay, that's our intentions.
Yeah, we don't want to kill him
And
if we don't
go.
have to. We just want to scare him off. Unless it gets real, and then we're gonna
All
start
right, here we go.
stabbing our hearts out.
Alrighty.
All right, so move where you want to move.
They're in the bushes.
Yeah, see, I get skin. I can put them on the map here.
I'm gonna go up here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be scooting on the side of the road here, just kind of be far away from them, so they're
Go to the house because that's where we're trying to go to.
saying as far as like not scaring them. I'm going to be keeping
that's
on
a
the
good
other
call.
side of the
That's a
road,
good call. I'll go with you.
just to be like
Trix will hang out towards us.
not offensive, completely non-offensive.
Yeah, non-lethal boar action.
I think a natural animal will understand that, especially one as dominating as these things I'm sure are in the area. So we're heading this way, and then the house is the steps right there. So I'll head down a little bit farther this way. Just keep my eyes open, looking around the trees casually.
Aren't the steps to the house right here?
Yes, I'm saying I'm going like a little bit further. The intention is being to,
I'll go with you.
pardon me, inspect things, casually. I'm sussing out the situation ahead, so you can kind of curve and go into the stairs.
So the one to the north is still dozing. Hasn't really noticed you. The one to the two to the south have seen you, and are snorting with contempt.
That's a lot of emotion for a boar.
You walk, but they're just pretty much watching you. This one will sort of move up a little bit, protectively, but he's not doing anything. He's just sort of snorting as you're there. So as you get closer to the front here, there are steps made of most everything is stone here, as I mentioned before. Scrambles, are you staying back?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out. I want to be back, but not this far back. I just didn't know if you wanted us to move further or not. It's like I want to be a good 4 or 5 feet. I want to be 3 or 4 squares behind him, but not super far. I'll hang out here.
All right, and so you see that there's pillars that go up. There's crumbling stone railings. You see there's a ground floor entrance that has a double door. Looks like there's recently been carved this boar's head. It's not very well done, but it's obvious to tell that it's supposed to be a boar's head.
Okay.
But there's also scrambles, especially you can see now,